On. Why does my life now revolve around when you gotta pee and when you don't gotta pee? You want to answer that question? No? Alrighty then. Hello. We're in a whip and chat today. I don't know, I'm in a chatty mood. I'm not really sure why. Um, I am working on my hula can. Hula can. I don't know where that came from. I've had too much coffee today. And then I drank a Dr. Pepper, so yeah, sugar and caffeine. Um, this is my hula can winter deer. It is a 50 by 40. It has 36 colors. It's a square. I bought spray adhesive and a foam board from the Dollar Tree. The spray adhesive sucks. Don't buy it. Don't get it. But I like the foam board. But the spray adhesive that I was using gently tacked it down, so that's a good thing. And I got the window open behind me. Let me close that so it stops fluttering. So we are going to interrupt our regularly scheduled whip and chat called What's Going On? Because I'm not in the mood to talk about housing right now. I'll get back to it. It's kind of a depressing subject, so whoops. Hey Lizzie, I abused my glue too, or my wax. Yes. And I have tons of it, but I enjoy abusing my wax, I guess. Not really sure. We are going to do number 7, which is the circle with the stem, and it looks like a tree. Oh, I forgot. Let me dump this out and then we'll do our normal thing. My name is Lisa B. This is an adult diamond painting channel. If you are under the age of 18, this is probably not the channel for you. So have a nice day. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. So don't wiggle. Stop wiggling. As you can see, the dog is still here. Yeah. I inserted that clip in the beginning. I don't know why she's still here. Well, here's part of it. I was supposed to get up at 6 a.m. and take her, and I didn't. So that's number 1. Number 2, my husband gave me the doe eyes. And if you don't know what the doe eyes is, it's the same look your kids give you, or your dog, when they want a treat. Giant eyes. Are you going to take Sadie to the animal people tomorrow? Okay, hon. All right, let me pet her one last time. And then in my heart, I'm like, oh my God. Okay, keep the dog. Yeah. So the dog is here. She's fine. She's too much of a dog for this trailer, but what are you gonna do? My life does revolve around her using the restroom or the pee park or whatever you want to say. I actually asked Mrs. Coffee how long she lets her dogs run around in the pee park, Killian and what's the other one? I can't remember. She said 30 minutes in the snow. Sadie's lucky if she gets 20. And if I catch a good video, she can stay while I watch the whole video. Um, I'm gonna make a confession here. When my kids were little, I hated going to the park. It's even worse now that it's a dog and not an actual child. Yes. I never claimed to be the best parent on earth. I'm just telling you. That's what happened. So, who's watching Lizzie's collab with J-Rob? Jennifer Roberts. I am, because you know, I gotta watch everything. I'm Lizzie's stalker, by the way. I'm like, oh, look, a Lizzie video. Gotta watch it. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Lizzie World of Gems. And if Susan Z had a channel, I'd stalk her too. Okay? I found my people. And those people are my people. And they happen to be Canadians, which is really kind of funny. Because who knew? But you know what? I grew up in Michigan, so maybe that's why I can relate. They sound like my neighbors. Although I have to tell you, though, when I was growing up, we were taught to hiss at the Toronto Blue Jays baseball team. But that was only because my grandmother was a crazy Detroit Tiger fan. And that's baseball, in case you didn't know. But I had cousins. I have cousins in Canada. I'm sure they're still there. I don't know. My mother used to write them, but my mom passed away in 2017, so I'm sure one of my aunts and uncles still talks to them. But they were in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, which is a very interesting story. I guess I might be getting this wrong, but my mom has passed away, so I can't ask her, but I think this is what the story was. So once upon a time, there were twin brothers. And I guess they were from England, Ireland. Must have been. Because my grandpa, my mom's dad is English Irish, so it has to be, they have to be half English, half Irish. Anyway, they were if they weren't twins, then they were like brothers, close brothers. So anyway, one brother went to Michigan and one brother went to Canada, and that's how that worked out. And I think they were twins. I kind of think they were twins. So that's how I ended up with Canadian relatives. But they were like, I want to say that the one that went to Canada was in the logging industry. You know how these stories get all mishmashed over the years, so God only knows. But the point of the matter is that I have a little kindred feeling for Canadians. They're my neighbors. I have relatives there. I actually have one relative, believe it or not, who was in the 1980s, was on a curling team for Canada. And if you don't know what curling is, it's where you take the broom and you slide it around on the ice. I know. It must be a game they thought up when they were drinking. That's all I can think of. They take a broom and they sweep it behind this like metal, a big hunk of metal, and they slide it across the ice, and whoever gets closest to the goal wins. I guess it's like people who want to play hockey, but they're too poor to afford the skates and a stick. They took up curling. I don't know. I don't. If you're a curler, I apologize. I'm just talking out of the seat of my pants. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you know, that's our one claim to Olympic fame, is that I have like a third or fourth cousin from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, who was on the Canadian curling team in the 80s. That's exciting, right? Uh, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, I was thinking about doing kind of a semi, I don't know, rant, so to speak. It's not a rant really, but I just I just want to tell you I've been working on this hula can, and I was in this lady's whip and chat watching. So during the whip and chat, she said in the comments down below, tell me what you're working on. So, you know me, I'm like, oh, okay, hi. I'm working on a hula can, winter deer. It's going good. And she answered me and said, she actually answered in another video live while she was doing her whip and chat. She was answering your comments. And she probably didn't mean it this way, but this is how it came off. Oh, wow, I wouldn't get a hula can because, I only buy DAC and really good canvases. Which, okay, you don't like hula can, you don't like AliExpress, I'm fine with that, that's fine. But you don't know my situation and you don't know how much money I get to spend on crafts. So, I really would like to tell her to blow it out her ass if you don't. I know. My mother didn't raise me like that. I know, but it really rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm sorry. I know. I should be embarrassed. Shame on you. But I'm telling you, people, they just open their mouth and talk without thinking, okay? I know, I'm guilty of it too. I'm not saying I'm not. But you don't know what people's situation are, I'm not working and me buying craft supplies is really, really low on everybody's list of priority in my family. So if I can scrounge together $10 to get a canvas from Hua Can, I'm a happy girl. I cannot go and spend, $50 on a canvas and then another $5 for shipping. I just can't do it. And my family would be like, are you crazy? They think I'm nuts to begin with. In fact, my husband, we had like this deep conversation the other night about how I'm not allowed to buy anything from China until this stuff settles down. Nothing from AliExpress. And I'm like, dude, honey, sweetheart, a virus cannot live on a package that's traveled that far. Well, how do you know? Because viruses don't live on inanimate objects for more than 12 hours, okay? It's just, well, you don't know that. People are dying and blah, blah. I understand that. Do you want to die because you bought a dumb thing off of China? No, dear, I don't. I swear, I don't. So anyway, my point, and I do have one, is please be nicer. Please be nicer to people that don't have money. Like me. Please try and think before you open your mouth. Okay? That's it. I'm done. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I don't, I can't afford. Number 8. What am I doing? Number 8? Okay. I can't afford some of the stuff y'all get, but I try and say something nice. Here's my thing. If you can't say something nice, then just say, thank you for your comment. Or why couldn't she have just said, oh, how nice for you? Or, oh, good, I hope it turns out. Instead of, making me feel like a crumb. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overtly sensitive. I probably am just overtly sensitive. I I don't know. I know everybody has bad experiences and good experiences. I'm just happy when I can put a few diamonds down and I don't have to jump up and take care of the dog or the cat. By the way, how many of you watch my litter box? Anybody? Probably nobody. But that's okay, because actually when I do reviews on really weird stuff that have nothing to do with crafts, I actually get a lot of views. Because people who are not subscribed to my channel will type in and go, I wonder what some random person thought about it, about this product. So I did like a review one time on hemp Vana pain cream. I have never had so many views in my life. It's amazing. And it had absolutely nothing to do with diamond painting. Just saying. I love my new pen. You know, I saw this on Amazon the other day. It was 2 for $6. I'm like, are you kidding me? I paid 86 cents for it. Yes. I am a deal-looking woman. I have got to find me deals. Speaking of which, tomorrow I have a deal coming. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show y'all. Has to do with my stalking of Lizzie, too. Anyway. So my husband wanted to know where I was going to put this painting. He's like, why is it on a piece of poster board? I go, it's not poster board, honey. It's foam board. Don't you think that's clever? And he just kind of looked at me like, And then he's like, where are you putting that beast? And I'm like, well, what about that wall over there? He's like, you are not pounding holes into the walls. And I said, I'm not going to, dear. I bought some poster tack. I'm going to tack it up there with that. And he's like, okay. I said, you'll love it when it's done. He's like, I'm sure I will, dear. You always do nice work, blah, blah, blah. I swear to you. He's so condescending sometimes. I know he's just kidding, but I'm telling you. So, how's things going in the trailer? Well, make a lot of jokes about being trailer trash. Because that's how Greg and I deal with it. I've seen people with, like these people that live down the way, they have 4 or 5 boys. They move too fast. I'm not sure. I couldn't count them. But I'm like, oh my gosh. I know everybody's situation is different, but if I had 5 boys, 4 or 5 boys, 4 or 5 children, I don't think I could raise them in a trailer. That's Nigel. On the weekends when Greg's home all the time, I kind of wish he'd go to work because it's like he's always in my face. There's no escape. But, oh, and he's always like, now what do you want me to do? Now, what do you want me to do? I'm like, really? Why don't you do the dishes? So we did. I'm like, okay. I know. I'm a terrible wife. Speaking of which, it is getting to be about time for him to be home from work, so I need to wrap this up. I think I'll add to this clip. I get a new editing. I downloaded a new. Yeah. I downloaded a new editing app so I can put clips together. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I know. I will see you in a bit. Fun. Why does my life now revolve around when you gotta pee and when you don't gotta pee? You want to answer that question? No? Alrighty then.